Om Agnānatimirandhasya Gnānāñjana-śalākaya Chakṣuranmilitam yena tasmai Sri Gurave namaha. Sri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam yena bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Yutapadakamalam Sri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Sri Vishakhanvitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindho Dinabandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Haripriye Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Namo Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamin Niti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. I welcome all of you for today's Bhagavatam class. Today we'll be discussing first canto, second chapter. So we started in yesterday's class of first sloka. So just we'll revise that. And just before to that, in the first chapter, we all have seen various questions asked by the sages of in naimīśaraṇya. Saunakādi rishis, they asked 6 questions. So we have to see the reply for these 6 questions from śūta-gosvāmi. So reply for these 6 questions is nothing but the Srimad Bhāgavatam. And those 6 questions are very important. First one is, just for the recap, the first and foremost one, the rishis, they were asking, what is the ultimate good for the entire humanity? That will be the what? Krishna Prema. That is the answer we will be seeing in the future discussions. Second question is, what is the best sadhana to achieve that? There are so many scriptures are there. They are describing various sadhanas. And among those sadhanas, what is the best one to achieve that? Third question is, why Lord Sri Krishna appeared in the womb of Devaki? What is the reason for this? Then fourth question is, they want to know about the different activities of Krishna. And fifth question is, they want to know the various avatars of the Krishna. About the avatars they want to hear. And sixth question is, once Lord winded up his pastimes on this earth, so then whose shelter Dharma took? This is the sixth question. So to answer these 6 questions, śūta-gosvāmi started replying. So before we are going to see the reply from the śūta-gosvāmi, the whole story is being narrated by whom? This book is written by Vyasadeva. So that's why then what, after hearing these questions from the rishis, what reaction is there in the śūta-gosvāmi? So he is said by the Vyasadeva. So that's why Vyasadeva is saying, after hearing these questions, so what happened to śūta-gosvāmi? That is said in the first sloka. Iti samprasna samhrushto vipranam roma harshinaha pratipujya vachastesham pravuktam upachakrame iti samprashna samhrishtaha. Samprashna samhrishtaha means the questions asked by the sages are very, very appropriate. Some prashna, that means prashna means questions. Some means samyak, that means they are very appropriate and good. Samhrishtaha. So by this, śūta-gosvāmi became happy. Yeah, when student asks good questions, that will give the happiness to the teacher. Especially why these questions are asked such a way, śūta-gosvāmi is also able to remember the Supreme Personality of Godhead, which is the ultimate aim of the everyone. Vipranam Romaharshinaha. Romaharshinaha, he is the son of the Romaharshaha. That's why his name is Romaharshinaha. So pratipujya vachastesham pravuktam upachakrame. Before replying the answers, before giving the answers, he is first of all appreciating them. Pratipujya, because they ask very good questions. That's why pratipujya vachastesham pravuktam upachakrame. So to reply, he proceeded. Upachakrame means he proceeded to answer. Pravuktam means to answer. So now Sūta is speaking. That means he began to speak now. Sūta uvacha yam pravrajantamanupeta krutyam dvaipayano viraha katara ajuhava putreti tanmayataya taravo vinedus tam sarva bhuta hrudayam munimanatosmi. So this is the today's discussion. This sloka and next sloka, 2 slokas, we'll try to discuss maximum. So we'll see from the commentary. In this chapter, as a chapter summary, Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur is saying 3 things are established in this chapter. That yesterday also I said. First one is what? Bhakti is the avidheya. Avidheya is bhakti. Avidheya means what? Avidheya means the practice, the method which should be practiced. So avidheya is what? Sri Bhakti. So this is the book. Every book is having 4 things. What are those 4 things? Avidheya, Adhikari, or otherwise Vishaya. First one is what? So Vishaya, Avidheya, Prayojanam, and actually Sambandha. Actually it will go like this. Vishaya, Sambandha, Avidheya, Prayojanam. Any book, if you want to write, you have to define these 4 things. Then that book, what is the subject matter you are going to discuss? So that you have to mention. That's why Vishaya. And next, Sambandha. What kind of relationship is there between that book and that Vishaya? That means that book is what way it is dealing. That means is this book is establishing, or is this book is defining that object, or is this book just giving the outline about that? So what kind of sambandha this book is having with that Vishaya? So that is known as Sambandha. So then in that book, so something will be prescribed for the readers to practice. So then that is known as Abhidheya. That means in this book, so what you should learn, at learning means what you should, after reading this book, what you should practice. So Abhidheya, then after practicing that, what result you are going to get. That is the, so Prayojanam. Like this, any book, if you write, You have to define these four things. Or sometimes in the place of Vishaya, we can see Adhikari also. Or sometimes these five things also may be there. Adhikari, Vishaya, Sambandha, Abhideya, and Prayojana. Okay. So in this chapter, we are going to discuss what is Abhideya. Abhideya is the Sri Bhakti. What is the Prayojanam? Prema is the Prayojanam. And what is the Vishaya? Bhagavan eva Vishayaha. These things we discuss. So, when these sages ask these 6 questions, now śūta-gosvāmi has to reply to those questions. While replying those questions, before replying those questions, he is just thinking, so what should I reply? These sages are very serious and sincere. And they ask wonderful questions. What they are asking? They are asking, in the second question especially, you can see, Bruhina Shraddha-dhanānām yena atma samprasidati. Yena atma samprasidati. This, they are asking, we want to hear that kind of practice, that kind of sadhana, which will be pleasing our heart, which will be pleasing our intellectual faculties. Buddhi, Atma means Buddhi. So that kind of sadhana, or otherwise the book which is containing the highest sadhana, that we want to hear. In the second question, what they ask? Bhurvini bhuri karmani srotavyani vibhagashaha atah sadhotra yat saram samudritya manishaya bruhina shraddha-dhanānām yena atma samprasidati. So what is, so they are asking, so my dear śūta-gosvāmi, there are so many sadhanas which are involved with the ghastly activities are there, or otherwise there are so many shastras which are describing sadhanas which involve the so many ghastly activities. That means bhuri karmani, that means ghastly activities. But that's why you are the expert person. Atah sadhotra yat saram. So, but we don't want to hear all those scriptures which are describing the various sadhanas which involve the so many ghastly activities. We want to hear the essence of all those scriptures. And that kind of scripture we want to hear, where the sadhana is mentioned which pleases our heart. So, or otherwise, that book which contains the best sadhana, by hearing that, our heart will be pleased. So that kind of thing they are asking. They are expecting pleasing of their buddhi. Atma means here in the 11th sloka of the first chapter, you should see. Yena atma samprasidati. Atma means what? Meaning is given buddhi. That means intellectual faculties will be pleased. Yeah, this is best one. So, and that kind of expectation is there from the audience. Then he went into contemplating or thinking, paramarsha. That means he started thinking himself. They are expecting the essence of all the shastras. That kind of thing they are expecting. If I say anything, kimapi aham bravimi, if I say anything to them, by that, if their heart or if their buddhi is not pleased, then what will happen? That means they will not be. So that means he's thinking like this, what will happen to them? They'll be feeling disappointed, no? So I should not do like that. Because they already asked, Yena Atma Samprasidati. This thing they asked already. By which they want to hear such a thing, their heart will be pleased. Then after that, Tatascha Sareshu api madhye yasya atma prasadakatvam bhavyaihi nirupitam saheva anveshanyaha. Then he started thinking himself. So now let me search for such a thing which is really going to please the heart of these sages. Let me search so such a thing which pleased the heart of the experts. Then he started thinking, what can be that? So which pleased the heart of the different experts in previously. Then when he started searching for that, then he came to know. That means he started remembering. Sankyasya eva kesham chit. Some people's heart, some expert sages, their heart is pleased by the Sankhya philosophy. And some sages' hearts in previously was pleased by the Mimamsa. And similarly, someone's heart is pleased by the Upanishads. And someone's heart is pleased by the Vedanta Sutras. Tadartha tatparya nirnayakanam Vedanta Sutranam eva Atma prasadakatvam asti. Like this, there are so many different things are there, different shastras are there, which pleased different sages. Then what should I tell to them? Shall I tell Sankhya philosophy to them? Shall I tell Mimamsa? What? Shall I tell Upanishads? Or the essence of all Upanishads is what Vedanta Sutra. Shall I tell that? What I should tell them? Yadyapi tadapi nat pratyetavyam. No. I will not tell all this. Because who is the main? That means, who is the main among all the sages? The main sage is Vyasadeva. Because all the sages, whatever the philosophies they are giving, like example, Sankhya, Mimamsa, Upanishads, all are based on what? Based on the Vedas. And all these Vedas are divided by whom? Compiled by whom? Who is having the authority? Vyasadeva is having the authority. So that's why Vyasadeva is the topmost one among all the sages. Based upon his Vedas only, everyone started giving their own philosophies. So that's why I should not give those philosophies or those shastras given by these sages. Because tesham api mukyasya tattat sarvamata vidushaha api Kruta Vedanta Sutrasya Sri Krishna Dvaipayanasyapi Chitta Aprasada Drishtehe. Because the best among all these sages is Vasudeva, and Vasudeva is the knower of all these philosophies. Because all those philosophies, all those shastras are coming from the Vedas only. So that's why, since he is being the compiler of all the Vedas, he knows all those philosophies, Mimamsa, Sankhya, all. And Vasudeva's heart is not pleased. So by all those shastras, even he compiled the Vedanta Sutra also. After compiling Vedanta Sutra also, his heart is not pleased. Then I should not tell all these philosophies. Okay? So that's why he didn't mention any other those philosophies given by various sages, and those philosophies made their heart pleased. Tatascha yad avirbhavena tasyapi atma prasidati sma. Then he wants to give such a scripture which pleased the heart of the Vasudeva also. Yes. So what is that scripture? That is Parikshit Mahasadasi Tastushameva Tesham Sarvasaravadinam Mahajyotishamagre Parikshataya Uttirnam Suddham Jambunadamiva Atma Prasadakatve Nirvivadameva Yat Stiram Virajate Tadeva Sri Bhāgavatam Mama Vaktavyam Abhut Iti. Vasudeva's heart is not pleased by compiling all the Vedas and writing the Puranas and also writing the Vedanta Sutras. By this, his heart is not pleased. So all those sages also deriving their philosophies from all these only. So that's why he will. So any intelligent man should not tell any those philosophies. But Vasudeva's heart is pleased when he was very much crying and sitting on the bank of Yamuna, Saraswati. So then Narada Muni came and asked, why you are so much worried? Why you are feeling insufficiency in your heart? Despondency is there in your heart. Why? So why you are so unhappy? So Vasudeva was not able to figure it out. Then he took the shelter of Narada. Then Narada explained, yes, you gave so many things. Your heart is not pleased. Your Vedanta Sutras also didn't give any happiness to you. The reason is you didn't explain the ultimate thing is the bhakti, and Krishna prema is the prayojana. These two. So this thing you explained in other books, but these are not explained the way it should be. It should be given higher importance, and exclusively you should establish those that you didn't do. That's why your heart is not so happy. So then Vasudeva sat for samadhi. So bhakti yoge namanasi samyak pranahite male apashyat purusham purnam cha mayam cha dadapashtayam. Then he went into the meditation through the bhakti yoga, not by the ashtanga yoga. And there he saw the Supreme Lord, Maya, and also he able to get the Bhagavatam in that samadhi. He got this samadhi, Bhagavatam. After compiling that Bhagavatam, he became so happy. So that's why śūta-gosvāmi selecting that Bhagavatam to tell these sages, because these sages also desiring what? Pleasing of their heart. Such a scripture they want to hear. So, and also this Bhagavatam is presented in the court or in the assembly of Parikshit. Parikshit Maharaj and also so many sages were sitting in front of Śūta-Gosvāmi along with Parikshit Maharaj. They are also knowers of various scriptures, but they were not selected to relieve Parikshit Maharaj's unavoidable situation. That means nobody is selected here, there. They might be expert in the different shastras. Some may be the expert in Karma Kanda, some may be expert in Sankhya, Nyaya, Mimamsa, Yoga, or otherwise so many other things. Dharma Shastras, Agama Shastras, so many other Shastras. All those sages are so many. They are expert in different Shastras. But they were not selected actually to sit on the Vyasasana. So in the 7 days period of time, so what Parikshit has to do, so for that, for explaining that other rishis are not selected, only Śūta-Gosvāmi is selected, who knows exclusively or only one subject, that is Bhagavatam. And when he is speaking Bhagavatam, all these sages who are sitting along with the Parikshit, they also examining the purity and the rasatvam, the taste of the Bhagavatam. And it is passed by all those sages. They all accepted Srimad Bhagavatam as the topmost scripture and ultimate one. And that is the purest one, not the other shastras. If other shastras are pure, then they could have been allowed to sit on the Vyasasana and explain that thing to the Parikshit. But that didn't happen. So that's why Śūta-Gosvāmi also was there in that assembly. And he saw with his own eyes what subject matter was selected. Bhagavatam is selected actually. So now he thought, for these sages also, to please them, I should repeat that same scripture, Srimad Bhagavatam, to all these sages. This Srimad Bhagavatam is what? Shuddham. It's very pure. Jambu nadamiva atma prasadakatve. Like Jambu Nadi in the Jambu Dvipa. So there is a Sumeru Parvat. So in the different direction to that Parvata, there are the 4 trees are there. One is mango tree, Jambu tree, and other trees. I don't remember. So that Jambu tree, there are the Jambu fruits, big fruits. Like the mangoes, like elephants. Their mangoes are like having the size of elephants. Even the Jambu fruit also having the size of elephants. Those Jambu fruits are falling from the tree and it is flowing like a river. Even the mango juice is also flowing like a river. And that river, so when it flows, gold actually. Gold is accumulated. And from that Rasa, gold is accumulated on the banks of that river. So this Jambu Nadi is so tasty, juice is flowing in that river. This Srimad Bhagavatam is like, is pure and also it is full of taste. That's why this Bhagavatam definitely will please their heart. So, Nirvivadameva, there is no argumentation on this. Nobody can reject this fact. This Bhagavatam is the purest one and it is the sweetest one. And on this, if it is rejected by anyone in the Parikshit assembly itself, someone might have raised why this book is selected for this king. Nobody objected there. Everyone sat and peacefully, carefully they heard. And also they got the highest taste from this. Then their shastras and then their practices, what they are doing based upon those shastras. And also you can see this. Vasudev is also pleased by Srimad Bhagavatam. He is not pleased by the other books, which are pleasing the other sages, but not the Vasudev. Okay, so that's why Vyarajate, that means Visheshena Rajate iti Vyarajate. Tadeva Sri Bhagavatam Mama Vaktavyam. Śūta-gosvāmi decided, let me speak to them Bhagavatam. Let me speak Bhagavatam to them. Before speaking that Bhagavatam, Tataha tad vaktaram Sri Sukadevam Sharanam Yami iti tam pranamati yam iti. Before speaking this Srimad Bhagavatam, he is first of all paying obeisances to the speaker of Srimad Bhagavatam, that is Sukadeva Goswami. Tad vaktaram Sri Sukadevam Sharanam Yami. First of all, he is also taking the shelter of the Sukadeva Goswami. And he is paying obeisances. Tam pranamati. And he is also paying obeisances. How he is starting? Yam pravrajantam apeta krutyam dvaipayano virhakatara ajuhava putreti tanmayataya taravo vinedus tam sarvabhuta hrudayam manimanatosmi. We'll see here. Yam pravrajantam. Pravrajantam. What is the meaning of pravrajantam? Sanyasya gacchantam. This Sukadeva Goswami left everything and he is going so away from his house. After taking birth, immediately he left his mother and father and he started going back, going out from the house. Why? Sanyasya gacchantam. Sanyasya means he just left over everything. Pravrajantam means sanyasya gacchantam. Sanyasya means left. Gacchantam means went. Sanyasya gacchantam anupeta nikatam apraptam. Anupetam means nikatam apraptam. Even he didn't come close to his parents also. Immediately took birth and left that house. Sanyasya means left. Apeta krutyam. Apeta krutyam means upanayanadi rahitam. Even he didn't have any samskaras. No samskaras are performed for him. Like Jatakarma samskara, Namakarana samskara, next Upanayana samskara, Vidyarambha samskara. Like this, many samskaras. So generally there are 16 samskaras are there. Even if you elaborate, then 64 are there actually. Samskarat bhavet vijaha. So samskaras means those are all very important for the life. Everyone should be undergoing those process, purification process. Like if you want to cook rice, you should clean that rice. Similarly, this human life is meant for the cleaning our existence. Our existence should be clean. For that, samskaras are very important. For Vaishnavas also, samskaras are done in the way of Vaishnavism. That is also important. But this Śūta-Gosvāmi didn't get any samskaras and he left. Apeta krutyam upanayana adirahitam. So when he's left house and going, then his father, Vasudev, is running behind him. What? He putra iti plutena ajuhava. Oh my dear son, oh putra, oh putra. Like this. His father, Dvaipayanaha virahakataraha ajuhava. Dvaipayanaha, Vasudev, ajuhava. That means he is shouting, is calling, loudly he is calling. When you call, you will be using the pluta. Pluta means 3 matras. Hrasva, ekamatra, 1 matra time you take to pronounce Hrasva letter. A means Hrasva. A is a dirgha. Then you use the 2 matras. A, it is pluta. Pluta takes 3 matras of time. For uttering any letter, if you take 1 matra, then it will become Hrasva. If you take 2 matras, it will become dirgha. If you take 3 matras to utter that letter, then it will become pluta. But when you call, so someone, you use what? Pluta. Pluta akshara. Plutena ajuhava, he putra. न केवलं परम निरपेक्षेपि तस्मिन् तत्पिता एव स्निग्धः अभूत् अपितु येन अर्चितो हरिस्तेन तत्पितानि जगन्त्यपि रज्यन्ति जन्तवस्तत्र स्थावराः जंगमाः अपि इति पाद्मोक्तेः. When his father is running behind and calling him out of affection, what happened? This Sukadeva Goswami is Parama Nirapekshaha. Nirapekshaha means who left the karma completely. So there are the 3 kinds of the people actually. One is Sanishtaha, second is Parinishtaha, third one is Nirapekshaha. Sanishtaha means the one who has nishta in karma are known as Sanishtaha. Example, Karmi, who has material desires. He will be having the faith in karma and practicing that. Then he is known as Sanishtaha. Next one is Parinishtaha. Those who are performing karma to set example to others. Then they are known as Parinishtaha. But those who left karma completely are known as Nirapekshaha. When one comes to the platform of Suddha Bhakti, he will be either Parinishtaha or otherwise Nirapekshaha. Sanishtaha cannot be considered as on the platform of Suddha Bhakta. Okay. Parama Nirapekshaha api tasmin tat pita eva snigna abud apitu taravah api. in this Sukadeva Goswami, who is Paramanirapekshaha, who doesn't care for anything in this material world. That means he is completely beyond the karma platform. Who will be in the karma platform? Who doesn't get the full Shraddha in Bhakti, or otherwise who didn't get the complete detachment for this material world. In that case, only Devas will be in the karma platform. But Sukadeva Goswami is fully detached. That's why he doesn't have anything to do in this material world. So he left family, wife, mother, and also father. Paramanirapekshaha. So such a person he is. In that person, Vasudev is having the affection. Not only Vasudev, but the trees also having the affection. Trees also became so affectionate for him. How can you say? That is said in the next word, tanmayataya. Tanmayataya. Tanmayataya means sukhamayataya. Taravopi abhimukhyena hetuna he putra iti pratidhvani nimishena vyasavat ajuhu ajuhu. These trees also became sukamayaha. The trees became sukamayaha. And what is sukamayaha? I will explain. They became completely sukamayaha, shukamayaha. And they also started out of affection, like Vasudev, calling what? Hey Putra. That means these trees are resounding. Pratidhvani means resound, echo. These trees are echoing. Hey Putra. Like Vasudev. Vasudev is saying Hey Putra, and the trees also saying Hey Putra. Why? They also got the affection for the Sukadeva Goswami. They became Sukamayaha. The Sukadeva Goswami is Paramanirapekshaha. Why these trees got the affection? Yena archito haristena tarpitani jagantyapi rajjanti jantavastatra stavaraha jangamaha api. Whoever is worshipping Krishna, towards him, all the animals, all the movable and non-movable entities, all they become affectionate. Like when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was going through that Jharkhand forest, so all the animals, they became so affectionate towards the Lord. So this is the glory of the Bhakti. So you might be thinking, oh, Sukadeva Goswami, where he did Bhakti. But he is Paramanirapekshaha. He doesn't have any matsara, any offenses. And he was received, he was called by the Krishna. You see in the Brahma Vaivarta Purana, Sukadeva Goswami was not at all interested to come out. But when Lord Krishna assured him to come out, then only he came. So he is completely free from all the anarthas, and he was received by the Lord. And also, one to reach to that stage, some bhakti might have been done. Otherwise, one cannot reach without bhakti. No sadhana can give such a thing. So, in this way, you should think. So nirapekshepi. So that's why all these living entities, they became so affectionate to him. Yena archita hari, by whom Hari is worshipped, tena tarpitani jagantyapi. So that means he is worshipping all the living entities. So that's why all the living entities will become affectionate to him. Okay. So that's why out of affection, all these trees are started calling him, are echoing, Hey Putra. That means they all become Sukamayaha. Sukamayaha means what? Yo hi yasmin asajjati sa tanmayaha uchyate. Whoever is attached to whom, then he will become that. He will become that mayaha. Like if any place is there, if that place is fully filled with water, then what do you say? Jalamayam. This place is Jalamayam. Like some person is there, he is very much always thinking about the woman. He's a lusty fellow and always thinking about the woman. Then what you say him? Stri mayaha. That means about whom you think, you will become that mayaha. So these all trees became Shukamayaha. They all thinking about Sukadeva-Goswami now. That's why they all became Sukamayaha. Tanmayaha means Sukamayaha. In the sloka, Tanmaya is there. Tatahascha sarvesham bhutanam hridayam manaha yasmin tam. That means all the entities, living entities' heart is in him. That means in Sukadeva-Goswami. That's right. That is the meaning actually. Sarvesham. It is said, na, Sarva Bhuta Hridayam. Next word is Sarva Bhuta Hridayam. That means all the living entities' heart is in whom? He. Who is he? He is Sukadeva-Goswami. I will explain on the board about this sloka, then you will understand more clearly. So any questions till now? Yes, madam.
Prabhu, regarding the previous explanation, I'm just confused regarding one thing, that this Srimad Bhagavatam is spoken in the assembly where the Sukadeva Goswami is narrating to Parikshit Maharaj, and all the sages are, all the different rishis are there, sages are there, and Sutta Goswami was also present there, and he also heard from Sukadeva Goswami. And then when he went to naimīśaraṇya, then the sages asked him to narrate this. Then Sutta Goswami narrated whatever he has heard from Sukadeva Goswami. This is the thing, Prabhu. But this Srimad Bhagavatam is also written by Srila Vyasadeva, where we can find that in Srimad Bhagavatam, the despondency of Vyasadeva is mentioned, where Vyasadeva got despondent and he was confused, and Narad Muni came and he cleared the subject. So how we can take this, Prabhu?
How we can take
means it's written by Srila Vyasadeva, in which we can find the mention of that Srila Vyasadeva. He's telling about himself. Okay.
This is a book, eternal book. This is not the one day. It's not a newspaper actually. That means news will be recorded after the incident happened. It's not like that. It is a script actually. Script means it is there and actions will have. That means roles will be taken and things will be performed. Shastra is eternal.
Okay. Okay, bro. Yeah.
Next, Rameshwari Mother.
Prabhu, this explanation about śūta-gosvāmi, like the trees also felt so happy. So does it have to be that he has so much potential for bhakti and because of which trees felt happy? Or śūta-gosvāmi himself has a credit, no, he was already Brahman realized. So based on the current credit, because he's not yet in that Krishna Prema platform, but he has definitely some credit based on his Brahman realization, no? That can also, Brahma Sukham can also be taken in this, or how the trees could be happy because he's a pure person like that, based on his current realization.
Yena architaha harihi tena tarpitani jagantyapi. By whom Hari is worshipped, by him, all the entities in this universe are also worshipped. Rajyanti jantavaha tatra. That means jantavaha means living entities. Stavaraha jangamaha api. Even non-moving and moving, all the living entities will be getting the affection for that person. Okay, that's the bhakti is the cause. Without bhakti, no sadhana gives the result. Even if he reached Brahman relation, means he did bhakti, then only he reached the Brahman relation.
But he didn't do bhakti, no? He's yet to do bhakti, no? He's not yet come to that, no? He's not yet heard Bhagavatam.
Without doing bhakti, nobody can progress in the life. No sadhana will give it.
Sorry?
No sadhana will give the result. Without bhakti, no sadhana will give the result. And he is a nirapekshaha, parama nirapekshaha. Is a nirmatsaraha. He doesn't have any contamination in the heart. And also a little bhakti is enough for him to attract anyone. Okay. Radha Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam. Prabhuji, yesterday we were talking about the Lord Sri Krishna was kapata, so he, for material people also you do and spiritual people.
Yes.
And earlier, sometime back, you were mentioning about he is amayaka. So kapata and amayaka is totally opposite things. So how to understand, like, is it, because when you are saying Lord is nirguna, so this positive and negative cancels each other and he is like nirguna, like how to understand these things?
Yeah, kapatam manushaha means kapatam yasya. That means kapatam manusheshu yasya. That means the one who has cheating nature towards manushaha. Manushaha means spiritual and material. So he is cheating these prakruta manushas and aprakruta manushas. That means materialistic people and also spiritual people. Manusha means who has material body is known as Manushaha. Manushyaha. So like Jarasandha is a Manushaha, but he has that Manusha body temporarily. He cheated. Why he cheated? Bhakta hitardam. Just for the protection of his devotees. So anything done for the protection of his devotees is right actually. Dharma means, so anything in favorable of the devotion is known as dharma. Which is against, that is adharma. So that's why external people, they think it is kapatam. But in the case of Lord and in the case of in the devotional perspective, it is satyam actually. It is truth. Because in this whole creation, bhakti is only the thing or vastu, which is pure and ultimate. and all karma, jnana, nididhya, sankhya, yoga, vrata, dana, tapa, swadhyaya, all these sadhanas are just, those are all temporary actually. Before the creation, after the creation, in time of the creation, while that means creation is going. In all the time, bhakti is only existing. Bhakti is only the eternal. Bhakti is only the satyam. So for that bhakti, whatever is done, that is satyam. So that's why Krishna's that kapatam is satyam. But it looks like kapatam for materialistic people. Okay, Prabhu. And so that's why
My first question is like earlier you were telling he's like Amayaka. So now yesterday Kapata. So they are little contradictory sort of things. So that is my question.
yeah, that's what I'm telling. Kapatam is
Okay.
towards to whom? To the materialistic people, but it is not kapatam. You understand?
Yes, Prabhu. Yeah, no, I got. Yeah, thank
In the so-called dharma platform, if you see, so Krishna came in this form and he cheated Jarasandha. Those who doesn't know bhakti, who doesn't know importance of the devotees, so who doesn't know the absoluteness of the bhakti, they think this is kapata. But it is not kapata.
Yeah, thank you, Prabhu.
Chandra Prakash Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yeah.
Dhanatram. There is a silly question. Like we know that śūta-gosvāmi heard Bhāgavatam from śūta-gosvāmi, and then he narrated to the sages. But during śūta-gosvāmi's narration, also the śūta-gosvāmi's name also comes. Like if we read the Bhāgavatam, then his mention is also there. So how to understand that?
This book is written everything by the Vasudev, and this was compiled by Vasudev, and that is taught to the Sukadeva Goswami. Before meeting Parikshit itself, Sukadeva Goswami learned everything from the beginning. Janmadhyasyato anvaya, sota vacha, all this, Rashaya Uchuhu, everything, because this book is eternal. This book as it is, so is heard from him. Where in that his name also coming. That same question Mataji also asked. This is not a newspaper actually, or it's not a news report. Incident happened and then after that recorded. No. This is there eternally, and based upon that, roles will be taken by the different entities and performed. Like you see, Chanakya, about the Chanakya also it is mentioned. And about the Chandragupta also is mentioned. So different things are mentioned in this Bhagavatam, which are coming in future. So like that, they are also knowing to know about, they are also studying in future what they are going to do. Okay. This is eternal book.
Thank you.
Radha Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Dhanatram, Prabhuji. Prabhuji, my same question was that at every creation, at every time of creation, the script is the same. The
Yes.
characters only change. So every time and the storyline is the same every time.
Yes, like Narsimha Leela you want to perform. Maybe this festival, this year, you have taken some people as Prahlad and someone as Hiranyakashipu. Similarly. But some roles are not changed. Like Krishna's role, you cannot change. Okay. That always Krishna only will take.
No.
But some roles will change. Like Yashodamaya role, nobody can take. She only.
So how Prahlad Maharaji went through, what all he went through, everything is the same every time. Okay.
Yes. And also there will be some differences will be there in the kalpa to kalpa. So because In this also there are the various versions are there. There are the 100 crores of slokas are there in the Puranas. We are learning only 4 lakhs now. If 18 Puranas you bring close together, only 4 lakhs. Total how many are there? 100 crores. So there are a variety of versions also there in this.
Okay, thank you, Prabhuji.
Yeah, we'll be seeing now little bit, that means to give more clarity. I'll explain this sloka with Anvaya. We are seeing the second sloka of this chapter. Yam pravrajantam anupetam apeta krutyam dvaipayano virahakatara ajuha putra iti tanmayataya taravaha avinevi tam sarvabhuta hrudayam munim anatah asmi. Anatah asmi. It means you have to see like this. Anatah means paying obeisances. Paying obeisances. Who is paying? So Anatha means the one who pay obeisances. The one who pay obeisances. Anatah asmi. I should become. Asmi means, here verb is what? Asmi. Aham devah asmi. That means I am demigod. Aham adhyapakah asmi. Means what? I am teacher. Aham anatah asmi. I, the one who, I am the one who pay obeisances. You understood? Anatah asmi means I am. Here asmi is the verb. Try to understand carefully. Asmi is the verb. Anatah asmi means, so I am the one who pay obeisances. Example I gave. For asmi is the verb. Asmi means what? Existing. Yam. Asmi means yam. In English, yam. For example, aham adhyapakah asmi. What is the meaning of this? Aham means I am teacher. Asmi means yam. So I am teacher. I am a teacher. In English, ye will add. So here what śūta-gosvāmi is saying? Aham anatah asmi. That means I am the one who pay obeisances. That means anatah is having some activity. That means paying obeisances. Who is To whom he is paying obeisances? So who is paying? Śūta-gosvāmi. And paying śūta-gosvāmi is telling this sentence. So that's why. So he is the one who pay obeisances to whom? To whom? To whom he pay obeisances? That you have to investigate. To Sukadeva Goswami. To Sukha. He wants to pay obeisances to whom? To Sukha. What is this Sukha? That means there are so many modifiers for the Sukha. What is that? One is modifiers. We are writing the various modifiers for this. So what kind of Sukadeva Goswami? That Sukadeva Goswami is the one. Yam pravrajantam. That means pravrajantam. Pravrajantam. Pravrajantam means the one who left everything and going away from home. संन्यास लेकर भाग रहे, ये मीनिंग है. संन्यास लेकर भागने वाला हिंदी में. बहुत कुछ इंग्लिश में से भी हिंदी में अच्छा हो जाता है चलिए बोलना. नेक्स्ट अनुपेत अनुपेतम 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 अनुपेतम. Anupetam means the one you should take all the time. The one who didn't come close. That means he didn't went close to his father and mother also. Took birth and immediately ran away. Anupetam. Next, upeta krutyam. Upeta krutyam. What it means? Upeta krutyam means the one who doesn't have upanayana samskara and so on. Upanayana samskara and so on. Next, upeta krutyam dvaipayano virahaka taraha juhava putra iti dvaipayano virahaka taraha juhava. Dvaipayana Dvaipayanah Viraha Kataraha. Viraha Kataraha. Ajuhava. Putra iti. Putreti. That means the one whom Dvaipayan, that means Vyasadev, whom Vyasadev called or addressed. The one whom Vyasadev addressed with what? Addressed with, O son. Out of what? Out of Viraha Kataraha. Means out of unable to, out of unable to bear separation. He is not able to bear the separation with his son. That's right. And what else? One more thing is there. Taravaha avineduhu. Taravaha avineduhu. Avineduhu. Taravaha avineduhu. That means tanmayataya. Taravaha avineduhu tanmayataya. Trees. Taravaha means trees. Echo with tanmayataya means sukhamayataya. Means what it is indicating? With sukhamayataya. One meaning is sukhamayataya. That means like Strimayaha means one who is having, always thinking about woman. Then he is known as Strimayaha. These trees also became Tanmayaha. That means Sukamayaha. Sukamaya Taya. And also, there is one more modifier. Actually, this modifier, Taravaha Abhinedu Tanmayataya, will come under the first, this one only, above one. So we can take this as a one. That means he called, Vasudev called, and trees echoed. The one whom Vasudev called with ocean and trees echoed. Same. Then this is one. You can take here and. Okay. There is one more modifier for this Sukadeva Goswami. What is that one more modifier? That is Sarva Bhuta Hrudayam. Sarva Bhuta Hrudayam. What is the meaning of this? Sarva Bhuta Hrudayam means that we are seeing now. We have seen what is Pravrajantam, Anupetam we have seen, Upeta Krutyam we have seen, then Dvaipayana Viraha Katara Ajuhava Putreti. It is this also Taravaha Abhinedu Tanmayataya. This also we have seen. Now what we have to see? Sarva Bhuta Hrudayam. This is a modifier for the Sukadeva Goswami. And that means, so Sutta Goswami is saying, I am the one who pay obeisances to Sukadeva Goswami, who is this. This is the śloka structure. Sarva Bhuta Hrudayam. What is said? Sarvesham Bhutanam Hrudayam Manaha Yasmin. That means all the living entities' heart is in, all the living entities' mind is in whom? Then what you should write? Sarva Bhuta Hrudayam means the one in whom all living entities' mind is there. This is the meaning of Sarva Bhuta Hrudayam. So what we should grasp actually from this? You have seen grammatically. So here, so next is saying, Tena Sarva Manohare Bhagavad Vigrahe Iva Tasmin Snehoyam Na Prakrutam Mohaha Iti Vyasasyapi Aviveko Ayam Iti Doshaha parahataha. By this, what you should understand, like how the Lord is all attractive, same way, this Sukadeva Goswami is also all attractive, and the affection of the Vasudev in him is not the materialistic affection. And if someone thinks it is a material affection, so then that is defeated by these qualifiers. He is not an ordinary person. He is so such a exalted personality, this Sukadeva Goswami. That's why Vasudev is running behind and calling, "Oh, my dear son." Okay, we'll see the next explanation. Yadva tada tanmayataya sukarupataya taravo bineduhu pratidhvani mishena he putra iti pratyuttaram daduhu. Here the important role will play once again. What is that? That word is tanmayataya. Tanmayataya word is very important here. This word, I will encircle it with the dotted. This we are taking once again and explaining in another way and bringing some different relishment actually from this sloka. Tanmayataya means what I said, Sukamayataya. That means the one, anyone who thinks about any other object, he will become that mayaha, like Jalamayaha, Dhanamayaha. Now here Tanmayaha, Tanmayataya will be taken in another way, another explanation. So explanation 2. Explanation 2 for Tanmayataya. Here is explanation 1 is Sukamayataya. Tanmayataya. What is the second explanation? Tanmayataya means Sukha Rupataya. You take here. Here Sukha Mayataya you took. Here Sukha Rupataya. So Sanskrit is becoming austerity for all of you, I think. Sanskrit is the important language which will help you to go more deeply into the Bhagavatam. So we should accept that wholeheartedly. Like you accepted mobile, you accepted all the technology. It was not there when you young actually, maybe 10 years, 15 years. In our class, all are old only, more than 40s, 45s. So when you are young, so you don't know any technology, but you did accept or not. You learned so many things in the technology because you felt that is needed. Similarly, accept Sanskrit. It will come. Don't. Okay, Sukha Rupataya. You see here, Tanmayataya means Sukha Rupataya. Tarava Abhineduhu Pratidhvani Mishena He Putra iti. That means Tanmayataya means Sukha Rupataya. Sukha Rupataya. Taravaha means trees. Trees. So what is the now full sentence? Trees accord. Trees accord. Okay. Trees. Sukha Rupataya means in the form of Sukha. Rupa means form. In the form of Sukha, trees accord. What they accord? Tree accord with O sun. Sukarupataya Taravaha Abhineduhu. That means accord means you should take trees reply. Trees replied with ocean in the form of Sukadeva Goswami. That means what it means. Yadi tava aham putraha tada tvamapi me putraha iti ataha kasya ke putra putradyaha moha eva hi kasya ke putra pitruputradyah moha eva hi karanam iti tattvam avignaya kim iti muhyasi venjayamasuhu. What it mean? Trees replied with ocean, but these trees are what? In the form of Sukadeva Goswami. Trees in the form of Sukadeva Goswami echoed with ocean. That means echoed means replied with ocean. Means Vasudev is running behind the Sukadeva Goswami by claiming what? My son, my son. Then Sukadeva Goswami is also entering into all those trees. And he is replying to him with, O son, O son. What it means? What it is indicating? It is indicating that, so this son and father relationship is only out of illusion. So actually, nobody is son and nobody is the father. Like this, Sukadeva Goswami is replying by entering into the trees. That meaning you should take. Oh, my dear father. So what is this? Like sarcastically saying, that means someone is calling Putra, then someone is replying Putra. That means a sarcasm. Sukadeva Goswami sarcastically is Putra, like that he is saying. By entering into the trees. That's why Sukha Rupataya. These trees became now what? In the form of trees. In the form of Sukha. These trees are in the form of Sukha. And they are sounding O son means who is replying? Sukha is replying. O son. He is calling Vasudev as O son. Means what? Hey, what is this? Son and father. This is simply Pitruputra Pitruputradyaha Kasya ke putra Pitrupudya. Kaun kiska pita hai, kaun kiska putra hai? Kasya means kiska, ke means kaun. Moha eva hi karanam. This is only the your illusion. Like this, Sukadeva Goswami is replying. And oh, my dear father, you don't lament. Kaun kiska putra? Ultimately, what is conveyed here? Oh, my dear father, you should not lament. Kimiti muhyasi. Tattvam avignaya. You don't know the tattvam. So nobody is father and nobody is mother for anyone. It is simply moha, illusion. It's just attachment and illusion. And why you are lamenting? Kimiti muhyasi. But Sukadeva Goswami is entering into the trees. How to understand? So that is understood that Sukadeva Goswami is entering into the trees and the trees are becoming in the form of Sukadeva Goswami. That how to support? What is explaining? Which word? Sarva Bhuta Hrudayam. Sarva Bhuta Hrudayam is explaining that. Sarva Bhuta Hrudayam. What is the meaning of Sarva Bhuta Hrudayam? Already we have seen one meaning. This is the second explanation. Explanation 2 for Sarva Bhuta Hrudayam. Just 2 minutes. So explanation 2 for the, because when you take Tanmayata second explanation, then you should take the, for this also another explanation. So that you can say that trees became in the form of Sukadeva Goswami. that what is the meaning of Sarva Bhuta Hridayam here now? The meaning is Tada Sarva Bhutanam Hrutmana Ayate Yoga Balena Pravishati Sarva Bhuta Hridaya Tam. What is the meaning of Sarva Bhuta Hridayam? Sarva Bhutanam Hrutmana Ayate Yoga Balena Pravishati. So the one, what is the meaning of Sarva Bhuta Hridayam? The one who enters into the hearts of Sarva Bhuta means living entities. Sarva Bhuta means living entities. Hrit means mind. Hrit, Hridayam is there. No? Hrit plus Ayate. Ayate means entering. The one who enters into the hearts of all the living entities. Hearts of all the living entities is known as Sarva Bhuta Hrit. Sarva Bhuta Hridayaha. Okay. One who enters into the hearts of all the living entities. By what? By Yoga Balena, means by potency of yoga. By potency of yoga is known as Sarva Bhuta Hridayaha. Sukadeva Goswami is having yogic potency, and with that he entered into the trees, and he replied to his father, "O son," and it is indicating, "Why, my dear father, you are lamenting so much for me?" Then what you should understand from here, just another 2-3 minutes, please, so that we can finish this sloka. There is an important point. That means Rasa, Sukadeva Goswami is entering in the hearts of the people. So now why this is remembering? Why Sūta Goswami is remembering this? There is an important point. So Sūta Goswami is also here remembering this thing. Why? Because this incident only why he is remembering particularly. Oh, my dear Gurudev Sukadeva Goswami, you also please enter into my heart. Now please enter into my heart. And you only speak Bhāgavatam. So you entered into all the jadas, that means vrikshas, which cannot speak. You entered into those entities and you replied to your father. The same way now. And you replied to your father. Same way, now I am the Chetana Padartha, I can speak. So you enter into my heart and you only speak this Bhagavatam to all these rishis. And you only please their hearts. And that's why whenever you deliver any Bhagavatam lecture, you should have this mood actually. Pravachana kale Sri Bhagavatasya vakta anyopi vaktanyapi dhyayet iti vidischa suchitaha. Here what Sūta Goswami is indicating, while delivering any lecture, one should so meditate on the speaker of the Bhagavatam, that is Sukadeva Goswami, and we should request him to come into our heart and speak Bhagavatam. So this is the main. You understood? Any question? Anyone, anything repetition you want? Yeah, Mahotsavam.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Can you please repeat that once more? Suta's request to Sukadeva Goswami.
Yeah. Sūta Goswami is remembering Sukadeva Goswami entered into the trees and he replied to his father. That is indicating what? Śūta Gosvāmi is indicating here by remembering that. Oh, my dear Gurudev, Sukadeva Goswami is the Guru for the Śūta Gosvāmi. So you please enter into my heart also now. And you speak Bhāgavata to satisfy all these stages. So that is the mood. And this is indicating this remembrance of Śūta Gosvāmi about this Sukadeva Goswami is indicating to us also while delivering a lecture on or the whatever that means, pravachana on Srimad Bhagavatam, one should actually, it's a vidhi, one should remember the Sukadeva Goswami and pay obeisances to him and ask the Sukadeva Goswami to enter into, like how Śūta Goswami is asking, same way we should also ask Sukadeva Goswami to enter into our heart. Then we should become Sukha Rupaha. So should speak. It's clear?
What about that Cheda and Chaitanya that you were explaining? Can you please say that again?
Yeah. Oh, my dear Gurudev, you entered into the trees. Jada. Jada means they cannot move and they cannot speak. Into those also you entered and you spoke. And I am Chaitanya Padartha, at least little better than those. So you also enter into me and you only speak. In trees you entered and you spoke, Putra, Putra, and you replied to your father. Oh, my dear Gurudev, please enter into my heart. And you only speak this Bhagavata. That is the mode.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. How to set the mood for speaking Bhagavatam is being explained here. Not for the entertaining the people, that is not the mood actually. Nowadays, not to make the followers. It's a service actually, and it's a service, humble service. Śūta Goswami is doing to the Saunakādi rishis and the devotees. It's a service to the Lord. With that mood, we should present as it is, how the acharyas are speaking, Prabhupada is speaking, without any speculation. We should try as far as possible. We should try and speak. Any question? No questions. Why? No questions? Okay then. Anything repetition you want? You are satisfied? You got everything? Or you want to prepare and get satisfied? You should prepare also once again. Whatever you eat, like cows, they eat quickly everything. When they go to the fields, they eat first. And after that, they come to the home and they will sit peacefully and they bring it back. And they nicely taste that and keep on that chewing again and again and make it more digestible. The same way, you might have heard within the less span of time, 1.5 hours. It's not a big duration actually. It's a long duration. And so many points and so many Sanskrit words you heard. It's a meditation for the day. You should keep on, that means, so understand what is the meaning of that and how the flow and what is the inner intentions, and how the śūta-gosvāmi is. So it's not an ordinary thing actually. They are great, they are not ordinary people, great sages. And whatever one word they speak, that is having a lot of so inside mood and also the feelings, devotional feelings. So those has to be understood. Those has to be recalled and meditate and try to imbibe. It's not so easy to imbibe and should try actually. Otherwise, it's a long journey actually in our life. So at least, yeah, start doing those things. Okay, thank you very much. If you don't have any questions, so we'll wind up the class today. So Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhayavacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namah. Ananta kodi Vaishnava bhakta vrinda ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Nitai Gaur